Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Hope everybody is having a good week. Like Wednesday, huh? It's like the middle of the week. Been having more issues with my fucking window being a bitch. But hopefully it's fixed now, this time. Hopefully for good. Hopefully for good my window will stay fixed and not leak anymore whenever it rains. Oh, Jesus Christ, this boy's fucking loud!
Danganronpa.
Try not to bump my headphones volume this time like I did last time. Hello? Game? Whenever... Oh, wait, did I mess with something? I sure did. There we go. Oh, fuck. I am great streamer. Totally 100% prepared all the time. Forever. Yeah. Let's do our first class trial.
You!
You're late, Makoto! We've all been waiting for you! Bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me!
Not jump to conclusions just yet! Save that for the class trial. There we can all reveal the details! Makoto's crime! Jeez, everybody has such great confidence in me, huh? They really are convinced I did it, but... I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? One who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then.
Okay.
Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
At least let me investigate the room for coins first. I'm afraid if I click the actual, like, elevator, then I'm gonna forced to... Oh my god, controller, you better not be fucking drifting right now. I swear to god! I swear to god! Stop! No! Why are you doing this to me right now? Why? Stop! No! Stop doing that! I'm trying to, like... How do you stop a controller from... Why are you drifting? It doesn't... It's never done this before! Are you done? No? Come on. Why is it doing that? Maybe... I don't know.
Why? What?
Hi, Eva. My controller's being a bitch. Whoever stuck us here even took the time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh? Yep.
Impossible.
Damn, we really gotta go through with this class trial thing, huh?
You know?
Wanna confess? I guess now's the time to do it. I'm telling you, I didn't do it!
Hey,
No point in standing around here. Settle your resolve and step into the future. Get started.
Got it!
Relax. I haven't decided 100% that you're the culprit just yet. Maybe, but you're obviously leaning that way. No, I have a controller plugged into my computer. I wish I had a capture card for my Switch. Sorry. In the end, I wasn't able to do any looking around or anything. This really how Sayaka would want us to find out who killed him? Stop. Maybe I should try like unplugging and replugging in my controller or something.
What the heck?
Oh, but wonder that what whoever killed Sayaka's feeling right now. Well, did you find anything that might actually prove your innocence? Shit. It seems like we're good now. I just had to turn it off and on again, or unplug it and plug it back in. So insistent, even though you obviously killed her. Very impressive.
you know what I mean.
Well, I did my job. I'm counting on the rest of you from here on out. Uh-huh. School basement has become the darkened stage. We're all here to bear witness to Mr. Naigi's final curtain call. And the time has finally come. Ready? No. Looks like that's everything in here. So I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
Well then.
Let's begin.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Hey,
Scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
Before, but it's up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. Need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I need someone else to tell me to do that. Sayaka's honor. I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. Raise my voice to try to give myself courage. Turned, trembling with anticipation, towards the elevator. Each step forward, I can feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. No one else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed, and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. That's a lovely way of putting it.
Oh,
Better than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. Ding! Finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? Like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Dude, shit.
Not even close. It's total shit.
Well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up! Did what he said and found our seats. Seats were arranged in a giant circle, set up so that everyone could see everyone else. Which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone. Air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. We're not even sitting, we're standing! So the curtain on our first case opened. Deadly judgment. Deadly deception. Deadly betrayal. Deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, lots of deadlies. Deadly class trial. Oh, thank you, game, for letting me save right before this. Okay. Class trial that Monokuma mentioned. Photos sweep away cloud of suspicion surrounding him with a dead body laying in his bathroom. E-handbook? Oh. I guess we should take a look here. Yeah, okay. Time of death is 1:30 a.m. Body was discovered in Makoto's room. Placed in the bathroom. Cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen and the right wrist. Appears to have been fraction. However, the replica sword. Sheath of it. Switching rooms. Toolkit. Loneliness. Sniper's wrist. The dying message. The fucking numbers. This is your truth bullet rate of fire, effective non-stop debate and bullet time final battles. Increases damage to the opponent when it's straight. Oh, okay. I guess we'll equip the two things that we have right now.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one...
Your work Wi-Fi sucks. That's stupid. Don't you have to work a lot on a computer anyway? Shouldn't it not be awful?
Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Yeah, I'm sure that's... I'm sure that's gonna go well.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Wow.
Friendship penetrates?
Oh my god!
Okay, but what about that other empty seat?
Yeah.
There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
Seems kinda sus.
Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
About to begin. Debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, to be ready to speak up about everything. As this isn't just about me, everyone's lives are on the line. Non-stop debate. Okay, yeah. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. The left stick to aim, then fire with Y. Okay. Close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right one. But if you run out of time, you'll automatically fail, so please be careful. Press the start button during these arguments. You can read the controls. Good luck and have fun, right? Get into the struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong. Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
Oh, yeah.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
Oh.
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
I can't tell Kabi's just like, you people are stupid.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Yep.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
Damn. Sorry, I'm trying to I'm cold, so I'm trying to put on my hoodie. And my face is freaking out because I keep going out of frame. Need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Kitchen knife set.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach.
Oh my god, how did everybody
Without a
forget
doubt,
this?
That is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
Not a random
that's
knife.
wrong. No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Oh my god.
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. more to learn about non-stop debates. Okay. You can concentrate by holding down the right... that button. Yeah. Concentrating time will slow down so you can pay closer to attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate. The focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Then good luck, have fun. Right. How does it count?
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret. Nobody would...
No, that's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. Saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl?
Wow.
Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case.
Oh, somebody's getting upset.
Did I say that out loud?
Oops, did I say that out loud? Oh, rip.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
No.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
They're both girls, you dumbass!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
Oh my gosh, I'm so
But
sorry.
if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
You know, we didn't think it was that important.
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here? What are you talking about?
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was... I have 2 full minutes to guess. Wow.
Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself!
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
Yeah. I want to think that, buddy.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
Wow.
He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
Is everybody fucking forgetting that their lives are on the line? Wouldn't you be taking this a little more seriously and not like immediately being like, oh, it's obvious he did it, without like going through the whole thing first?
You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. You understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
First Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear? Yeah. Things advanced further in a class trial. The Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. Now to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick to aim, then press the Y button. Shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. And that should have been at the scene, but wasn't. Must be the crucial point. Wait. Yeah, it should have been there, but wasn't. Wait, what? What? 4 letters. Oh!
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
I'm really bad with word games.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes, and if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Ha ha ha! Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
No.
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Yep.
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
Yep.
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
Yep.
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Yep. Killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is object that the killer broke. Just the doorknob.
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Yup.
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob on the door to the bathroom, you idiot.
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
You guys forget that, like, the boys' bathrooms are not locked or something? Like I said, it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. No matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. Hey, foe! Trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. So truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, you also lower your trust with everyone and your influence gauge will take damage. This is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. Rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Good luck and have fun trying not to die! Bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door, because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
And to finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it. We already know the answer.
What happens if I run out? because the door was locked. There's a different reason entirely.
The incident took place in Makoto's
Is there
room.
any way to speed this up?
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yeah, that's true.
She then fled into the back room.
Yes.
Then the killer ran after her,
Yes.
and they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Yeah.
Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, that's wrong. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Stuck.
What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door. That's not lucky at all.
Whatever.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
Because the door was fucking stuck?
Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
Oh, that.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
I was convinced the bathroom door was locked. I didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime they didn't know was... They didn't know that the crime took place in his room.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
Yep.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you!
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
You fucking dumbass.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Seriously serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then... maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
We need the lock-picking lawyer in here to test and see if those locks really are unpickable or not.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
She asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. The answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in. Because... assuming the switching rooms.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. And if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
Are you planning on committing a crime?
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But...
Of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then that note... Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Wow.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then, pay attention.
Storm nameplates.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yeah.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
I went to my room instead of Sayaka's, and the reason for that would be because of what got switched between my and Sayaka's rooms.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room. I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room. Exactly. The room that...
No, it's wrong. The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name.
Yep.
And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
No.
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
I want to talk to you about just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
Yeah?
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
Oh.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
And I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because if you look at her wrists, there's no doubt.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear.
Look at the broken wrist!
Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
Wow, you're so smart!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Happened in my room. What led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. Call it. There's a bit more to learn about this stuff to be. Getting used to them? Yeah. Starting with the next one, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets. Uh-oh. Just like the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, I'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage. Press the LB button to rotate the cylinder. Okay, press and release. Cycle through. Or you can hold down and then use the left hand on the stick to select. Well, we're not on kind difficulty. We're ever at whatever on the middle difficulty is. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Thanks, game. Thanks. Replica sword sheath, kitchen knife set, replica sword. So sheath, sword, kitchen knife set.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
Can I not check the... I can't check the fucking...
And that's exactly what happened.
No, actually, the person with the sword really did attack first. There's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged. Yeah, the sheath.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt.
Yeah.
A sword-based sneak attack.
No.
No, that's wrong. Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
I'm sorry, but I see nothing. It just looks like sword sheath.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
Oh my god.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and...
Why would they have to break her wrist though, dude?
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Yeah, her... wanted to use the sword. Which part of your body would have to touch it? Oh, the palms. Yeah, and she doesn't have any gold on her palms.
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
What?
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because there's a certain regulation talks about what happens to the bathrooms at nighttime. The water is off.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An
What?
insult, obviously.
Meow. What do you mean, meow?
So
Hi, Meow.
anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means...
Reebok is the culprit, obviously. You're the culprit. Little
the killer
sweetie.
is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath would have to have been the one without the sword.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
Did you leave? Oh, no, you're right there. Cat.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
Oh. What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Oh.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
What a great way to word that.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there,
I like Leon's
instead of
face.
her
He's just
room,
like...
that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Yeah. Yep, you see his face right now. He can't believe what's being said.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Totally forgettable kid, wow!
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
She sure as fuck did.
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Wow.
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing. There's like at least 3 or 4 clues left. The whole fucking trash room with the incinerator and everything. There's also the dying message. I forgot about that.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, that's wrong! There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
Dining?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Yes, totally numbers and not somebody's name upside down. Like, when I first saw this, I was like, are you guys fucking serious? Like, you... Oh my god.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Yes. No question that's Sayaka. Index finger.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still...
Hello! Thank you for the follow. Only is a strong word.
What the heck do those numbers mean?
What the heck do those numbers mean? They're totally numbers, right? Not somebody's name written upside down.
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh!
Somebody fucking realized.
It looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
It's taken us this long to get to the numbers.
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1.
Hi, Kitty. Hi. Why are you back? Why Kitty
Looking at
back?
it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa. You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
What is it, kitty cat?
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
No, Alice. Yes, Santa was the murderer. You're absolutely correct, Chase.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know. Don't turn it upside down or anything. Ho ho ho, motherfuckers.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it. I think maybe I see something.
Oh my God. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Are you back, Evo? Because the cat is.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Can you people not, like, visualize? Mayaka's dying message reveals the real killer's name. If you turn her message 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear. Haha! Gee, I wonder. Hello, I heard there was a murder last time. Yep, we're just about to pick
Here's
the one
my
who did it.
The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing
There is
180
a dying
degrees.
message that everybody thought was a series of numbers, but all you had to do was turn it upside down and it's like, oh, it's somebody's name. And it took us, what, over an hour to get to this point. Because these people are fucking dumb.
If you turn the message around...
Look at this! How can you not read this as a name? If you just turn it upside down, like, come on.
It becomes the letters L-E-O-N.
Oh, you went to the gym to get swole? Can't, oh no! Rip. I'll send Reebok over there and he can open it for you.
L-E-O-N, or more accurately, Leon.
Oh, somebody looks freaked out.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
Really?
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
We sure can, buddy.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Ooh.
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Evidence that Leon tried to get rid of. That thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator, right?
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them.
Nobody has blood on their shirt right now.
And to dispose of the shirt covered
the blood
in the
looks
victim's
like
blood,
that. It looks
they threw
bright
it into
neon
the incinerator.
pink.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
Yeah. Like I said, it has to do with, like, so the game's rating didn't have to be, like, really high for a lot of blood. They just made it hot pink, and somehow the game's rating didn't have to be, like, ridiculously, like, whatever it was originally going to be.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked.
No. You want to censor blood? Just make it hot pink. That's all you need to do.
Isn't that right, Leon?
But yes, it does certainly look like he spilled ketchup on his shirt.
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
Ooh, green blood, like an alien. That would be fun.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
It remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. Ow?
I got it! If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out
Ask
who
her
the killer
ghost,
is.
yes. We just need to hold a seance. Alright, Mom.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right?
I meant to write Leon totally didn't do it, you guys, but I died before I could finish.
And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There's another way to lose? You gotta lose the incinerator? No, use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. The butler did it with the knife in the living room. Wait, no. Wrong game. Exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
I know.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yeah, but if you have a ball, and you're the ultimate baseball player or whatever, and the switch is only about 30 feet from the gate, that would be a pretty easy throw, wouldn't it?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball.
The crystal ball this guy paid $1 million for. What a dumbass. Supposed to let you, like, control the world or something?
But
I couldn't throw a ball for 30 feet, no. But the ultimate baseball dude definitely could. Killer had to use a glass ball in a certain way, which was divine with it. Probably.
I got it.
Why not check the
killer
cameras?
Simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate.
Monokuma absolutely knows what happened because he's been watching this whole time. But the whole aim is for us to figure it out. We can't check the cameras, so it would make it way too easy. Yep, there you go, foe. Hit the nail on the head. Monokuma wants to see us struggle.
All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on! Pretty strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small.
Just further proves that it's our baseball dude that did it.
Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so.
Have been much of a challenge. Ultimate baseball star.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star.
Oh, we still have to piece the entire thing together.
Leon?
We still have to piece the entire story of what happened together, and then we'll convict this fucker.
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer!
No.
These goddamn shepherd brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Closing argument is about to begin. Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic, there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim at a missing section and press the A button, you'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Thanks. Oh god, that's left to right. Oh god, this is actually... That one, then this one, there goes her wrist. Then she drops the knife. Wait, no. Wait, no, that's when she went... Wait a minute. Okay, she's in the bathroom there. One second, okay. Are there some bits that aren't used or something? Wait. ball gets thrown, turns on. That gets thrown in there. Oh, I see, so not all of the panels are used. Okay. God, that's what was confusing me. I thought we had to use all of them, but apparently we don't.
Here's exactly what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Oh shit! Fuck!
The killer
there we
is
go.
You!
That should be correct then.
During the struggle, a strike from the sword. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room.
How convenient that it was just
The killer
left in the
managed to
laundry
throw
room.
the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away, and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon? It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object!
I mean, yeah, she did. She was aiming to kill him first, so he just, you know, he just turned it around.
I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit, and I refuse to acknowledge it.
We just presented all the evidence, you dumbass.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
Have the evidence? Where's bullet time pad? Okay, yeah. Ah, this thing, okay. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. This happens, you'll engage them in a head-to-head battle. I like to refer this as the bullet time battle. AKA the BTB, BTW. Okay, whatever. Want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Press the A button to lock on to an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement locked onto. Oh my. Oh no. Hey. At this point, you can press the Y button to shoot it down with the truth. Your statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. Just like before, if you, yep, okay. I can have fun!
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
They used their own toolkit.
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Stupid!
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Stupid! To show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer, I need to figure it out.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. You lie. Shut up.
Fucking hell.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking. Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
Christ, that was difficult. Button
The
mashing.
screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in
Stupid.
my room had clearly never been used.
Sorry.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Shut the fuck up!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh?
Stupid!
And
Stupid,
if you
stupid,
say
stupid,
you used
stupid!
it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Fuck.
Stupid. Stupid.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Didn't have a big freak out. Where's the big freak out like in Ace Attorney where the murderer just like absolutely flips their shit? Come on. Not gonna get that? Okay, I guess not. Yay, I got an A. I passed. Oh shit! That's a lot of medals! 78 medals? Jesus Christ! Then I got an achievement for, I think, not fucking it up.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh,
I like how their
just to remind
sprites
you all,
on the side just like spaz out when they're being intense. Or they just have to be like...
make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Uh-oh! Looks like you got it right on the money! Blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kawada.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Leon. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? But... I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
Thanks, Jamie. What a bitch? What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed. We're not playing Undertale.
So, that's why...
Killed her first.
None of you are any different!
Wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. Complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just... unlucky. That's all.
Uh-huh.
Hey! Come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. When I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with is really the truth, he is gonna die, yes. And that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind... It's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her, and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. We're trapped here. No way out. They're probably waiting for me.
Why?
Can't afford to be stuck in here! That was more important to her than anything else. Her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them. Sayaka
I
did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it, even some things that weren't so pleasant. That's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So, when she said,
no matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that. Boy howdy, the entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside she descended into pure madness. What did you say?
Phew.
I understand. Really, I do. Yep. Utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Passion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that? All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. It's only in a frenzy I lunged at Monokuma. But...
That's enough.
angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I'm sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
I really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done. You need to let it go for now. Damn it!
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Ah, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killers during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kuwata will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
Exactly. Was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. And you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. And not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So, that's
No!
why...
That's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh.
Oh. You sure? You're closer to her than anyone, huh? You killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? Can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him! Huh? If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation. The mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Uh-oh. Did you awaken to your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Shut up! Okay, well, anyway, more importantly, hurry up and get to what everybody's been waiting for, the punishment!
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey, come on now.
more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
No, it's not gonna be. It's gonna be brutal.
No.
It's gonna be brutal.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Chase.
No!
Oh my fucking god. Just... You fucking called it! You fucking nailed it! Yep. Death by balls. That was the true face of despair. I mean, I can't call it that. What else could we call it?
Extreme!
Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control! What's going on?
I can't take it.
Really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
Hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. Caught one on your ass cheek. Oh. Ow. Ow. Oh god, I'm surprised. I was so shocked when you said death by pitching machine because I was like, holy shit. Are you sure you haven't seen this before? Right? It's like, are you sure you didn't like go and look it up beforehand? That's only if every single one of you can get on board with that. Your ass saved your crotch.
Damn you!
Fuck you! Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
What the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear.
Well...
So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
Seems like you're trying to use common sense to make some sense of something that doesn't make sense. Like trying to put a mile on a scale. Just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together. Piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. You really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if If you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you want to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world. Being trapped in this insane place? Trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
I'm trying to say.
Hey.
Like there's some deeper meaning. Just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills!
What everyone is waiting for.
Hey.
Say everyone. What exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. To save some of the fun for later. Just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. After he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We're all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. It was in that moment.
Just a second.
Koto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear, "Oh."
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. Sayaka, isn't it? Surprised you figured it out. Leon was not innocent! Sayaka went and hid in the bathroom, and then he purposefully went back, grabbed the toolkit, and barged into the bathroom to murder her. Like Celeste said. He had full opportunity to not go after Sayaka. Was I fucked up to think about that? Yeah, but he could have just gone back to his room and locked the door because Sayaka would not have been able to get in.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. Had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. Wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? Thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool becoming an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why she lay dying. She was thinking of you. She was thinking, me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
And if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
Certainly one possibility. I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone, deceive you. Which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
Almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because what are you trying to write there, foe? What? Oh. Because you can move the past the deaths of your friends, Ayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? The water gets turned off at night, Jace. We already established that. Jan, Sayaka, carry them with me forever. Carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. She said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
Yeah, but if the water is turned off until morning, how the fuck are you supposed to wash the blood away? Oh, when it comes back in the morning? I don't see where you're going with this. Because Sayaka wrote it in such a way that Leon did not know that she wrote the message because she wrote it behind her. In a way, I have to admit, curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well... I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. Oh, I got a bat! Nice. Time to go murder somebody with it. You like to think you're smarter than a couple of desk jockeys. Oh fuck, I was pressing the wrong button the entire time to try to get to this menu. I was trying to press start. But that's not what... That trial phase was... It was very long for what it was, like... I'm sure you guys probably pieced together everything that happened just from when I was investigating the crime scene. That's like the tutorial trial, basically. But yeah, I mean, these are also a bunch of high schoolers, so they're not very bright. Anyway. Oh, hello. I'm just about to take a break, so I'll be back in like a few minutes. I need to get more water and stuff. We just finished the first trial. It's time for chapter 2.